Welcome to our new topic, Physics of Semiconductors. In this chapter, topics to be covered: band theory of solids, band structure of sodium, silicon, lithium and diamond, Fermi level in intrinsic semiconductor and in extrinsic semiconductor, semiconductor conductivity, formation of p-n junction diode and its forking on the basis of energy band diagrams, and finally Hall effect. While studying the theory of H atom, an isolated single atom has single energy level. In an n atom solid, there are n possible levels. A group of these infinitesimal energy level is called a band. The individual energies within the band are very close together, but energy band is considered to be a continuous. The degree of splitting of energy band depends on their depth in an atom. The overall range of the energies from the lowest to highest level of the band is called the width of the band. The width of an allowed or forbidden band is generally of order of few electron volt. Band structure of sodium. Atomic number of sodium is 11. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. That is 1s, 2s, 2p shells are completely filled, and thrice s of sodium is only half filled. Thus electrons are free to change their energy within the thrice s band. This allows electron to pick up a kinetic energy from an applied electric field, leading to an electron drift velocity generating current that makes sodium a good metallic conductor. Band structure of silicon. Atomic number is 14. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. That is 1s, 2s, 2p and 3s shells are completely filled. For silicon, energy gap is only 1 electron volt. At room temperature, a noticeable number of electrons are thermally excited across the energy gap, where states are available and electrons can gain energy and conduct the current. Because of intermediate conductivity, such materials are called semiconductors. Band structure of lithium. Atomic number 3. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s1. 1s shell completely filled, 2s shell half filled. The lithium is therefore a good conductor because electrons at the Fermi level have empty state above them immediately available for occupation under the influence of an applied electric field. In some conductors, the valence band is full but overlaps a higher empty band, so that electrons are still free to absorb energy and move to higher state. Band structure of diamond. Atomic number 6. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. At some intermediate CC separation, an overlapping sp band accommodating electron states is formed. At the equilibrium separation, however, the band is split into two bands accommodating electrons, each that are separated by an energy gap of 6 electron volt, making carbon or diamond an insulator. Band diagram. Energy plotted as a function of position, where EC is the conduction band, EV is the valence band, and EG is in between the conduction and valence band, is called as a band gap or forbidden gap. EC is the lowest energy state of the free electron. and EV is the highest energy state for filled outer shells. Eg is the difference between EC and EV. No electron in the band gap. On the basis of band theory, solids can be broadly classified into three categories: insulators, semiconductors and conductors. In case of insulators, the forbidden gap is very wide. Due to this fact, electrons cannot jump from valence to conduction band. In semiconductors, band gap is very small, nearly 0.7 eV for germanium, 1.1 eV for silicon. In case of conductor, there is no forbidden gap. Valence band, conduction band overlap to each other. Fermi level is the highest occupied energy level of electron in solids. In semiconductor, Fermi level may be defined as the energy which corresponds to the center of gravity of the conduction free electron in conduction band and free holes in valence band when weighed according to their energies. In intrinsic semiconductor, there are equal number of electrons in conduction band and holes in valence band. Therefore, Fermi level lies exactly at the middle of forbidden gap. In p-type semiconductor, the concentration of holes in valence band is more than concentration of electron in conduction band. Therefore, Fermi level is shifted towards valence band. In n-type semiconductor, concentration of electron in conduction band is more than concentration of holes in valence band. Therefore, Fermi level is shifted towards conduction band. Formation of p-n junction. Once the junction is formed, electron on n side of the junction possess higher energy than those on p side and so diffuse from n side to p side. This happens because Fermi level on n side is higher than for p side. Energy transfer and diffusion process continue till two Fermi level comes in a line, that is, equalize themselves. Whenever p-type material is connected to positive and n-type to negative terminal of the external power supply, it is said to be forward bias. That is, during forward bias, the width of depletion region decreases. This reduces barrier potential. The Fermi level of p-type material is lowered as compared to Fermi level on n-type material. This enables easy flow of electron from n side to p side. Whenever n-type material is connected to positive and p-type material to negative terminal of the battery, junction diode is said to be reverse bias. During reverse bias, width of depletion region increases. This increases the barrier potential. Fermi level for p-type material is raised as compared to Fermi level of n-type material. This resists the flow of electron from n to p side. Conductivity of the conductor. Conductivity of material depends on the presence of free electrons. Materials which conduct electricity due to free electron when an electric potential difference is applied across them are known as conducting materials. Conducting materials are the good conductors of electricity and heat. Gold, silver, copper, aluminium are the example of conducting materials. Drift velocity, defined as the average velocity of the free electron with which they move towards the positive terminal under the influence of the electric field. Mobility, defined as the drift velocity of the charge carrier per unit applied electric field. Electrical conductivity is defined as the rate of charge flow across unit area in a conductor per unit potential gradient. Now we have to obtain the expression for conductivity of a conductor. The flow of current in a conductor is an indication that the electron in it under the action of applied field E, which move in a specific direction. As a result, distribution function of the electron in a conductor undergoes a change. This directional motion of electron is called a drift, and the average velocity of the drift motion is called as a drift velocity. Thus, drift velocity, which is denoted by Vd, which is directly proportional to E, Vd is equal to constant, which is called as a mobility for electron. Mu E is the electron mobility. That is, we get Vd is equal to mu E into E. E is the EMF, which is equal to V upon L, and therefore we get Vd is equal to mu E into V upon L. Now the free charge contained in a conductor is Q is equal to NaL into E. Let this charge pass across the conductor in time t, then T is equal to L upon Vd. Now the current I is equal to charge upon time. Hence we get the formula current I is equal to NaE mu E into V upon L. Now the resistance of the conductor is R is equal to V upon I. Hence we get L upon NaE mu E. Using this formula we have to find resistivity rho, Ra upon L. We get 1 upon Ne mu E. The reciprocal of resistivity is conductivity. Hence the conductivity sigma is equal to Ne mu E. Expression for conductivity of a semiconductor, which conductivity is the conductivity of semiconductor is the conductivity due to electron and conductivity due to hole. Therefore we get sigma is equal to Ne mu E plus Np mu H, where P is the hole density, N is the electron density, mu H is the hole mobility, and mu E is the electron mobility. For intrinsic semiconductor, number of electron and number of holes must be equal, and therefore we get the conductivity N is equal to Ne into mu E plus mu H. Hall effect statement. When a conductor carrying a current is placed perpendicular to the magnetic field, a potential difference is developed inside the conductor in a direction perpendicular to both current and magnetic field. Assume N-type semiconductor. Let I be the current passed along the x-axis. Let B be the magnetic field applied along z-axis. And due to current I, that is due to flow of electron, the force acting on the electron is in opposite direction to the direction of the conventional current. Due to magnetic field, there is a downward force acts on each electron given by BeV. This makes the electron deviated in downward direction, that is along z-axis. This causes a negative charge to accumulate and on the bottom of the face. Hence, FB is equal to BeV, where E is the charge of electron and V be the velocity of the electron. A potential difference is formed from top to bottom of the specimen. The potential difference causes a field EH to flow along negative y-axis. Due to EH along negative y direction, a force EEH acting in upward direction along positive y-axis. Hence, Fe is equal to EEH. Under equilibrium condition, we can equate the force, that is upward force due to EH and downward force due to B. We get FB is equal to Fe, that is we get V is equal to minus EH upon B. Electric field, it is in negative direction, and therefore we get a negative sign here. If J is the current density, then J is equal to NeV, or V is equal to J upon Ne. Therefore, equating it with these two equations, we get minus EH upon B is equal to J upon Ne, or EH is equal to RHBJ, where RH is called as a Hall coefficient, which is equal to minus 1 upon Ne. Now we have to derive the formula for RH and VH, that is Hall coefficient and Hall voltage. Now general formula for potential is V is equal to E into D. In Hall effect, we can modify it. VH is equal to EH into T, where EH is RHBJ, and therefore we get Hall voltage RHBJ into T. Now current density J is equal to current upon area. Now area is breadth into thickness. Let omega be the width of the sample having thickness T. Then we get Hall voltage VH is equal to RHBI upon omega, or Hall coefficient RH is equal to VH omega upon BI. Application of Hall effect. First, to determine of the type of given semiconductor. For N type, Hall coefficient RH is negative. For P type, Hall coefficient RH is positive. That is, we can, using the value of RH, we can determine the type of the semiconductor. Second, to determine the carrier concentration, that is hole density or electron density, using the formula N is equal to 1 upon RH into E. Third application, determine the mobility of charge carrier. Mu, we have to find the value of mu using the formula sigma is equal to Ne mu, where sigma is the electrical conductivity. Fourth application, for the measurement of magnetic flux density and Hall voltage. And fifth application, to determine the sign of charge carriers, that is whether the conductivity is due to electron or holes.